You are in your winning season. And these, what I'm about to go over with you, are your next steps in your journey ahead. You see, as I've been meditating and tapping into my angels and my guides, this message has really come clearly, very, very strongly for me. And even back to the last couple of weeks, I've been hearing this name that I'm about to go over with you that I feel is very, very important to my community here at Infinite Guided Coaching. You see, I don't believe there are any coincidences. You were drawn to this video for a reason. You are watching this divine message for a reason because you are supposed to hear this. You are at the point in your life that you are ready for true abundance. You have been through it, as I've said in the last video, the last 3, 5, 7, and yes, even for a small number of you, 9 years. And for those of you in the 9-year realm, that was a really, really tough time for you, right? And that is why what I'm about to go over with you can truly help you where you're at get to this next level because you know it's here. You know you are in your winning season. You feel it, mind, body, and soul. A lot of you put that in the comments, right? Put that in the comments right now if you're still feeling it very, very strongly. But these two powerful things that I'm going to go over with you, you are meant to hear right now. So let's go ahead and dive in. But before I do, welcome in if you are new here. And if you're coming back, welcome back to the Infinite community. I really, really love that you are here. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I really feel that my beautiful Infinite Guided community coming into me right now, you are meant to be here. I am meant to guide all of you specifically on this journey. So let's go ahead and dive in. And I want you to put in the comments if you resonate with this, if you have done any of these processes before. And if you haven't, put it in the comments because I would love to know where you are at in your journey ahead. The first thing I want to go over with you is the powerful author Neville Goddard, right? Now, I've read his book, Feeling is the Secret, right? I'm going to put it up here for you. This is a very small 60-something page book, but it is a very powerful book. Now, he's written several books. I really encourage you to read all of his books, but this one in particular is really, really powerful for me. Why? Because it talks about really stepping into and knowing that you are, whatever you are manifesting in your life, to tap into the feelings and the emotions and to your imagination. Do all of you know how powerful your imagination is? You see, do you remember when we were children and we used to have this powerful imagination? I could remember, climbing trees and playing outside. And I was such a tomgirl when I was little, and I still love being outdoors in nature. And I'm going to talk about that here in a little bit, right? Those are the times where we really tap into our imagination. We really let go of all the fear and the anxiety. And the importance of that, especially right before you fall asleep and right as you are waking up in the morning, is you are going directly to your subconscious mind. You are imprinting those things and that which you are manifesting into your life. Now, a lot of you last week talked about that you've been through this heartache going back 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and for some of you, yes, 9 years, and that's a really hurtful time. Those of you that are in that 9-year point in your life, I feel major hurt on the 9 years. All of those times are really, really hurtful, and I can feel and tap into my community here and how intense those times were. But now what I want to take you into is that version of you that was back then, right? Because now you have stepped through the door like we went through in the last video, and now you are in that point of creation, which is why this book is so important, because I really want you to now tap into your new reality, right? Your new reality, which you are now, because that's the past. Now you are into this beautiful time in your life with creation. You learned from those things, those hurtful moments, right? Now let's put in the comments what you are looking forward to in your future. I want you to write that in the comments. Those of you that commented on my last video, comment now what you are excited about, right? The more you can tap into that, claim it, know it, mind, body, and soul, the more you're going to feel it coming into you. Now, if you work with me one-on-one, of course, I can take you there through theta healing, through powerful hypnosis, through connecting with your guides and my guides, right? Check out all my information. I can definitely take you there and get you there quicker. And so the next thing I wanted to go over with you is all those things from your past going back, there's a thing that Neville Goddard goes over in his books, and it's called revision manifestation, right? Now, listen to this because this is going to help you. You can actually go back to that time where you had those hurtful moments and recreate that time for you, where you can see yourself coming out more positively, more empowered. It's the version of you that back then at that time you felt like you didn't have any power. You felt like someone made you feel like you were empty, like you were worthless, like you were nothing. But in this revision manifestation, this is all about you recreating it to where you feel empowered, to where you are standing up for yourself. You're speaking more confidently to the other people around you, and you're walking away knowing that you are in control of your life. And so again, I can take you there, and this is one of the things I do in hypnosis, in working with my clients, and through working with them in the spiritual realm, and how I can truly help change your life. But you can do it for yourself as well. You really just need to close your eyes and calm your mind, take some deep breaths in, and go back to that moment and think about how do you want to recreate that moment. And the more that you do that, over and over and over, you see you are changing your life every time you do that, right? Every time you breathe into that moment and you see yourself feeling empowered. So the next thing I want to go over with you is there is an infinite number of realities that exist. And whatever you want to create in your life, you don't have to create it because it already exists. It's just a matter of you tapping into that frequency of that which you are wanting to manifest in your life. And this is another thing that I take you to, that I can help get you there lightning fast. When you work with me one-on-one, you are tapping into that reality where you are powerful, where you are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, where you're in that powerful career, where you are doing that thing which you want to do, where you are in those powerful dynamic relationships, where you are truly being loved with integrity, full of your heart, mind, body, and soul. So I want you to combine these two processes in your mind, the idea of what I've talked about with Neville Goddard. And if you need to, that revision manifestation, but you're combining the feelings and the imagination with the fact that we can tap into these parallel realities, because there are versions of you out there in different realities. It's just a matter of what do you want in your life, because you don't have to create it. It already exists. So now that you are here, now that you have walked through that door and you're looking all around, right? I want you to go through and think about, what do I need to revise in this manifestation, and what do I need to do to fully step into that feeling, that emotion, that imagination in that reality, that which I am wanting to move into right now into my life. You see, this is very, very powerful, which leads me up to the message, this divine message that I want to go over with you right now. And that's that don't let anything hold you back, right? Because you're at this point where all of these things are starting to come to you. You might even be seeing these new things starting to come in. You might have already met that person or feel yourself really integrating, right? And the more that you do these hypnosis and the meditations and you tap into that reality, you're going to feel it more and more. And so don't let anything hold you back, because one big thing I feel right now with this community is that as you are moving through, you also have this little bit of fear that's kind of residing in you right now. Why do you have that fear? You have this fear because you've been through so much, as we discussed. And I my heart does go out to you, but at the same time, I want you guys to just nip that right there and just say no more. No more of that version. No going back, right? That's why I have on the title of this video, no going back, because you're not going back to that version of you. You have now stepped into this new version of you. You've walked through the door. You're here. So now that you're feeling this little bit of fear that is creeping up inside of you, don't let that fear take over you. Instead, what I want you to do is every day when you're going to sleep, do this tapping into this new reality. Do my hypnosis that are absolutely free. Check out all these videos. I will also link them below, all the videos that I want you to check out. What are the signs that you may be seeing? To me, signs are very, very powerful. So another thing, I'm in Costa Rica right now, for those of you that don't know, right? And so it's really, really beautiful, but I am seeing all these powerful signs and connecting with nature here as well too. And the other day I went to this powerful waterfall, and as I was there in the waterfall, it was as if I was just stepping into this new time frame in my life. You see, nature can be very, very powerful for you. So another message that I have for you is to put yourself into a new environment. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go to Costa Rica or, across the world, but I would really like for you to go 30 minutes, an hour, up to like 3 hours outside of your environment, someplace that you've never been, someplace in nature around water or in the trees. Sometimes it's, being in, the mountains, or someplace that you've always wanted to go to. So this weekend, I really encourage you guys to put yourself into a new environment. You see, when you put yourself into a new environment, because you are stepping into this new reality, right? You are connecting in with nature. You are starting to visualize. It's going to help you move into this newness into your life. And then I want you to put in the comments what area you're going to go to. Maybe it's a park that you've always wanted to go to. Maybe it's a hike that you've always wanted to go to in your area. Mountains, maybe the ocean or something like that, because the ocean, the mountains, the trees are very, very powerful. So that is another divine message. The first one was really to, in this fear, right? I want you to think about that you're not going to grab a hold of the fear. Instead, you're going to release it. You're going to do that revision manifestation, and you're going to step fully into that. And one way you're going to do that is through connecting in with nature. All right, my loves, this is your powerful message for you. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one, check out all my information below. I'm also going to be having some powerful group classes coming up as well. And I'm going to be starting my community where I'm going to be doing beautiful reads for you guys individually. I'm going to start doing some powerful hypnosis in my groups that are just going to be towards my individual groups. So that is the exciting news coming up that I have for you. More details ahead, coming soon. Put in the comments where you are from. I have clients all over the world. And one thing in this community is I want us to feel like we are all in this together. So let's share, let's help each other grow as we are continuing on in our journeys ahead. Until next time, in love and light, I will see you soon.